Good morning, everyone. Day 3 a.m. here at the RPF Interactive Training Centre. I'm Gary. This is the Australian Cleaning and Restoration Academy, and let's run through how we're drying this building. So we are the only ones in Australia that teaches hands-on heat drying and heat and exhaust drying. The only ones. Okay? So let's have a look how it is. So it's all good to talk about it, but why don't we make it practical and get people to do it? Okay, so we've got an L shape blowing under the wall with a boost bar. So there'll be 50 degrees going under the floor over here on this side. And on the other side, we're sucking. Now how we're sucking is this room intake here, we're sucking it down here through this air cleaner, and this air cleaner is sucking through a 7-port, pulling the wet, contaminated maybe air from underneath the floor. And on the other side, we're sucking from this other room. That's this Trotec TAC 1500. On the other side of the room intake, we have a TAC 1500 here. We've got sucking from this containment area. We built a containment with a containment kit. And on the other side, we've got this steps down from 150 mil to 100 mil into a white piece, up into that false ceiling, into the downlight. So we're sucking any contaminated air from inside that chamber. What the guys have done also, you can have a look here. We've got a mat hanging from the ceiling in there to try to focus all the energy onto the particle board floor. Today we're also doing in situ testing here in the concrete. So hands-on, have to be hands-on. So the floor's starting to settle down nicely in here. We're about 50 degrees on the floor, 23 relative humidity and 43 degrees in the air. Then up here, what we've done up here, so a couple of the hoses have popped out, but they're drilled a little bit big in the holes, but that's okay. We're all learning. It's just to simulate drying underneath there. There's a 12-port underneath inside the mats. There's a 12-port injection. All the hoses are going through the mats. I thought that was a great idea. Whoop. So in the other room, this is unique. So this is a turbine and this is a desiccant. So we've got desiccant pumping the wet air outside, and the desiccant, I've got a 4-port coming off it. One of the ports is ducting into this turbine, and then the turbine is actually blowing pressurized air into that wall that is insulated, the BJ board. Then the turbine is going underneath this floor. Then, the desiccant's going underneath the floor. Also, the desiccant's going also underneath the floor there. Then it's pumping into the side of this high pressure TFB Pro 1 fan, blowing pressurized air underneath the floor. Right now, there's 52 degrees and 16 relative humidity going into that wall. So this is unique setup. What they did was pull the carpet up because we got it dry on the surface. It was only 24 hours of drying. But what we did to create more grains is we tented it like this. The carpet and underlay and concrete is bone dry, so it's not quite 2 days of drying yet, but it'll be bone dry. We'll relay this today, check the walls. I'm assuming this area is going to be bone dry, and I flooded this as hard as I could. So, thanks everyone. We're going to see what the students have got involved for today.